I'm Clark Snowgrove with the BYU Physics Demonstration Area. Today I'd like to make a follow-up video on the Chladni plate that we did before. Go ahead and watch that if you want to, but I've learned a few things since that last demonstration that I did for you. I told you in that last presentation that we went out and bought a new bow, and the bow is the key to this. While I was purchasing the bow at Summer Haze Music here in town, I learned a lot about bows and rosin that I didn't know before. Matter of fact, they wanted to know why we were using a bow, not to play a bass, but to play a metal plate. So they asked me to bring the metal plate in, and I did. And as I did that, it's not a good thing to do, wipe my nose. Okay. When I brought the plate in, they had a great time doing the plate and showed me a lot of useful things. As I mentioned in the previous video, the bow is really the key to this, and the people at the music store, they helped me understand that. The key that they helped me understand is that the hair on the bow of a bass bow is quite different than the hair on a violin bow. Also, the kind of rosin that you use is different. I've always, for many, many years, used this very hard rosin which is designed for a violin bow. It works very effectively for a violin bow. They recommended to me that I get a softer rosin for use with the bass bow. The soft rosin actually will melt at room temperature. And the key, they told me, is to wipe that rosin on there and get a good amount of rosin on there as we apply it. And you can't see this very well, I'm sure, in the video, but they told me that as I rub the bow across the rosin, it actually melts the rosin onto the horsehair fibers that create the bow. And it's quite different for a bass than it is for a violin. The other thing that they noted with me is that when we actually used it on the Chladni plate, that it actually pulled off a lot of the rosin. So re-rosining it was a key factor there. So, good amount of rosin, nice slow action, back and forth, actually warms up the rosin. And since this rosin is able to melt at room temperature or slightly elevated room temperature, you have to put it back in the special cup so it doesn't run off into the thing. So now with that added rosin there, we can go ahead and salt our plate. And with that added rosin, we can get a very nice pattern without too much trouble. Thank you.